Uh, okay, is it not? Oh wait, here we go. Oh, does it not like multiple sources capturing it at once? Come on. Does it not like multiple things trying to capture it at once? Nope. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Alright. This is not what I wanted to do, but we'll make do with what we have. There we go. Yeah, apparently Citra doesn't like you capturing multiple instances of the same thing across two instances of OBS. We'll just work with it. So I've decided to do this to ask a stupid question I've had. Where has BOXBOY here gone? It seems like he's just disappeared entirely. This was such a well put together puzzle game. Oh, trust me, it is a lot of fun. The only downside is you can't download it anymore. I'm gonna, let's see. There we go. I'm just gonna turn off any of the filters that Citra is running. The image might look a little bit blurry, but it's better than having like weird white specks. Oh, this is one of my favorite things to do. Just skimping out on how many boxes you even need. They took it off. No, the first 3 games were never on the Switch eShop. They were on the 3DS eShop. Which, as many people probably know, doesn't exist anymore. So you can no longer get the first 3 games. Very unfortunate, but it's the way it is. I think this was... This might be before they introduced the... Oh, no, never mind. They didn't... Guess there's nothing you can do? Yeah, there is nothing that you can do about it. There's literally nothing any of us can do about it. Unless we, unless we just all clamor enough and then have them release the trilogy on the Switch at some point. This is such a stupid thing that you can do, is just offset some boxes a little bit, and now suddenly you can just go criminally under what the box limit is for the stage. Like, once you get really good at it, you will just know where and where not you can conserve tons of boxes. These games really don't have a story either. They're just do puzzles because they're there. Scribblenauts. Yeah, I never played Scribblenauts. We're gonna buy the rapper costume. We're gonna revisit the store multiple times just for the fun of it. I mean, come on, look at us. We're so hip and fly. Yeah, this game went from having no story to no story, but not really, to there's a sort of a story, but it's all like very subtext. And then it went back to having like what seems to be no story again. But yeah, the first three games are on the 3DS, and you know, they're all very fun. They obviously just reused the engine and decided to add some more stuff to it. But honestly, that doesn't matter. It's still fun. And obviously, we're just on the simple puzzles right now. Why on earth would they remove the Nintendo special characters that they added? That makes literally no sense. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That helps nobody. All you've done is remove what little exclusive content there was to have a reason to buy that version over any other version. Yeah, we're still just on the early puzzles here. Not a whole lot that's going to give us a hard time. I don't even remember most of these because it's been so long since I even played it. I just remember how to properly use the boxes. I have seen a little bit of scribble knots and like the insanity you could do. But overall, I've never played it, so I don't know enough about it. Oh, is this one of the... See what I mean by, like, no story? Stuff just happens. Alright, well now that's just kind of stupid to get rid of those. You see what I mean? There's no story here. Stuff just happens. It's not until like the third game that anything even happens. This stupid costume is just making him bob up and down the whole time. Okay, let's see. I just recently got the fourth game, which came out like a few years ago. So I'm behind the times. No, I'll stick with the rapper costume for now. They didn't add the comics in this one. That is shocking. One of the things I most remember about these games is the little comics that you can buy from the shop. They were all very stupid, but, you know, they were the good kind of stupid. What's wrong with me? I didn't even need that. One thing I've always liked about this game is just it doesn't really punish you at all. I mean, like, it punishes you for having to now retry the puzzle. But overall, it doesn't really mess you up. It doesn't send you back that far. Like, there's no huge punishment for just messing up something. Ah, that's what they've changed about the more recent games. They separated the crown and box limit goals. In this game, there's a punishment for not grabbing the crown before you use up so many boxes. In the newer ones, it's just they have them completely separated. That's interesting. Oh, that's not what we want to do. So yeah, I was just talking about how this is really weird. They changed this mechanic where if you use so many boxes, you can't grab the these collectible crowns anymore. But they changed it in the newer games so that you have to do both. You collect the crowns and don't use a certain number of boxes. It's extremely weird. Yeah, they have a mode where you can make anything in a custom maker. Well, yeah, why not just leave them in? Ah, here we go. Now we're getting into the real stuff. Bum, 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 bum. That will be fine. That was not, no. You see, the thing is, in a puzzle game, you have to introduce a concept in a safe environment. You can't just throw the hardest challenge out there immediately. Once you've shown how to use it properly, then you start introducing extreme difficulty. To the point that it's unfair even for good players. And the only reason I'm doing so well at this is just because I learned how to use the boxes. Crash Bandicoot. This is nothing like Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was just hard on purpose. But seriously, once they get into like the later levels, you struggle to get the collectible crowns without using too many boxes. We're not going to waste 3 good boxes without a good reason. Still, I actually have played all of these games already. I just don't remember the puzzles themselves. I think that's the sign of a good game, is that you have relative ease coming back to it without having to relearn everything. It's not too complicated, but it opens it up for adding some level of complicated puzzle solving. Like, you can tell that the Kirby developers made this game just from that standpoint of very, very easy to learn, but it's hard to master. Like, you could just make tons of boxes if you feel like it. But that's not going to make it easier to actually be good at it. And we just got our first introduction to snaking right there. The third game is where it gets really crazy, where they introduce stuff like teleporting blocks. Games where they force you to essentially just swap between things repeatedly in very quick succession. They actually thought you would need more than 30 boxes for this level. That's shocking. I guess they were still lenient back when they made this game. Until they realized, oh, we can actually make it like super hard. seeing as how there's no reason to continue to push down on those buttons. Forgot that some of these mechanics even existed, like buttons that you only need to push once. And since this operates off of the old system, you're just going to go play some Crash Bandicoot. Well, that's cool. It's been a bit. Yeah, I understand that feeling when you have like one game that you just haven't played in a while. You just feel like going back. I think this has the same general effect as the Portal games, where it's just you can do a specific thing, but you can also just do something entirely different. Alright, now this one's actually making me think. There we go. Don't know why that was so difficult for me to understand. Yeah, once you have a very good grasp on the limitations behind yeah, the Nitro decks look nice. Please tell the viewers at home how wonderful they are. Here, right here, they want to teach us how to use proper snaking methods. Oh, and now it's our next story cutscene. Story used very loosely. You know, I still can't believe that BOXBOY QB here has an amiibo figure. Like, that just doesn't feel right. Yeah, that's what we want to get rid of. No stick drift. No more stick drift. Honestly, that alone sounds worth $60. 9 out of 10 device. Yeah, it's good, but it can't perform miracles. There's only so much one device can do. Still 9 out of 10. Maybe that's a bit too generous. 9 out of 10 is a bit too generous. No, 9 out of 10 is very, very accurate for no stick drift. Oh yeah, that's true. I can't play Joy-Con only games. We are still forced to play with the Joy-Con controllers. Which honestly, I don't mind too much, but also make the Joy-Con controllers not drift. The Joy-Con controllers feel great when they're, you know, used properly, but get rid of the stick drift. It's a very odd way to introduce the concept of leaving blocks on a moving platform. Maybe I should have picked a more relevant game to do tonight. Oh, here we go. Now they introduce snaking with moving blocks. Really? You're not going to count that? Don't know how that block didn't count as one that was valid for snaking. We're not going to talk about that. Whereas the no lives option where yeah, honestly, that should just be like the standard for modern game design at this point, because a live system was a relic of the past from the old arcade days where they were just trying to squeeze quarters out of everyone. Once you've bought a game in full, there's no point for a live system to be in place. At least for a platforming game. Especially when the games just hand out one-up items for extra lives. Like some of the 2D Mario games just hand out free one-ups to you. And it's just, if you're going to hand them out this much, why did you even bother putting a live system? Now, one thing that's really interesting about this game is one thing really interesting about these games is if you've played like the first few, you'll get like little save data bonuses. Oh, wait. There we go. Like some of the costumes you get in this game will carry over to the second one automatically. If it got that bad that they needed to add like a little landing thing, why didn't they just, you know, make better camera angles? It seems like that would have been a simple solution. Like, they didn't have to make the camera angles so the depth perception is awful. This is one thing I've loved about the 3D Mario games so much, is when you go to make a jump, you have very good confidence about where your jump will land. Because then the challenge is missing. What challenge? What is challenging about having an awful camera angle? That's not challenge, that's unfair. That's bad game design. What are you coding? Well, I'm really just making it up as I go along, I guess. That's just weak game design. You made a bad game. You see, this is quite literally how you introduce a concept, and then in a safe environment, and then add danger to it. You have conveyor belts, now we have spike conveyor belts that you can't step on. It might be a very simple method of increasing difficulty, so to speak. It's a very artificial way to ramp up difficulty. But this game's not about being overly difficult. Let's see if I can remember how to do this one. I think that's it. That is not it. Wait. Yep, there we go. That is... It's a Z. Z is the answer. Nope, Z is not the answer. What is wrong with me? See, I haven't played this in some time, so I still don't remember the solution to everything 100%. If I can recall what it is. It's not that. There we go. It's the sideways Z. Even I get stumped by things. And it's so nice that a death just resets you back to where you were without using up boxes. Oh yeah, here we go. Kind of trips you up with the other ones where you use the conveyor belts while you're still attached to your boxes. And what's the story here? We still don't know. The story is a black thing hit the planet. A black meteorite hit the planet. And is eating away at it. That doesn't quite answer the question of how solving puzzles makes us powerful enough to build blocks to fill in those gaps. Oh yeah, the cranes. The cranes are very interesting. Wait, here we go. I don't think the cranes got reused yet in the newest game. Which is kind of a shame, because the cranes are an interesting way to mix things up. They require you to use boxes to get out of them. No, we don't want a hint. We can do this. That was too high. I think I know why the cranes didn't come back. They're slow. Some cranes drop you off and as soon as you get where you're going. Some, that's not going to work for you. At this point, these ones are just a box tax. Except for this one. This one was nice enough to drop our thing where we needed it. Wait, I got it. Because I am a smart individual that knows what he is doing. Might be a bit of a stretch, but yeah, we'll just go with it. We can pretend that's what's going on. These ones are just kind of just time wasters, in all honesty. That easily could have just been like a regular... You're still here. Oh, you don't have to tell us that. Don't worry, we don't think you went anywhere. How is Crash Bandicoot treating you? It's just as annoying as usual. Oh, that's the sign of a good game right there. Oh yeah, it's good. But it's just as annoying as it always is. Like, typically when I say that about a game, it's usually in reference to the fan base and everything that's going on around it. But in this case, it seems... No, it's just the game is annoying. Yeah, I like Pokemon, but the fan base is just as annoying as usual. No, in this case, it's... yeah, I like Crash Bandicoot, but it is just as annoying as it usually is. The game. Like, the game itself is a masterpiece, just the difficulty never plays favorites. Yeah, there's, there's a couple games where they'll let up on you after you die so many times. It's honestly really impressive with the games that just don't do that at all. Wait, here we go. We let those go first, and then we can get through. Nope, we can only let a too high one go through, otherwise we get knocked off. No, wait, we wouldn't have gotten knocked off by the 3 high one. I'm crazy. Don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Alright, this one we... Forget, why do we want... Wait. We want that one to go through. Why on earth would they make DLC that is Japan only? That just seems annoying. I thought we've like moved past the days of... I thought we've like all moved past region locking stuff like that. What's wrong with me? We just need this. Such a simple solution. It's amazing that I beat this the first time. But seriously, I thought we had moved past region locking everything in games like that. The card episode is going to be a mini game. Reminds me a lot of like a Tomodachi Life, except that's a very simplistic card game where you just have 2 options and you're supposed to read the Mii's face to see which card you should choose. And if you fail, it's like a 50-50 chance. And now we learned that boxes conduct electricity in this universe. You know how your average box person produced box is just going to, you know, conduct electricity. You know, like if you line up enough of your... enough of your own body parts, you'll just, you know, conduct electricity. I mean, you will conduct electricity, just not how you want it. Exactly. Yeah, just like how we can like stretch out our arms and magically. Oh, wait. I'm a fool. I could have saved a few boxes there. But it's fine. We don't need to save those boxes. I made a huge mistake right here. We can just do that and save a ton on boxes. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, now it's kind of coming back to me. Just how annoying some of these puzzles would get. You know, honestly, that doesn't make much of any sense at all for Japan to get a game early. At least in this day and age. Considering most games get localized to be prepared for like a literal international global release. It just seems like a waste of time to keep it to only one region for a specific amount of time. Yeah, if you have like a movie or something coming out, I can totally see just trying to cash in on it as much as possible. That way you can introduce people who aren't fans and people who are fans. And maybe, you know, convince some of the people, just use the box by accident there. Maybe you can convince some of the people who haven't watched the show or seen the movie, who got the game for some unknown reason, to try watching the movie. Or, you know, you'll get someone who's played the game to watch the show and the movie. You'll get someone who's seen the movie to buy the game, maybe watch the show. And you'll get somebody who's watched the show to do the other two. And read the manga. You should read the manga. Do you like that little trick I did there? I just nudged the box outward. Yes, how could we forget about that? The most important thing. The one that started it all. You know, I'm still struggling to understand manga itself. Like, why would you color the outside of the book and then, like, this is what we have on the inside? Highly detailed black and white art. That would be like printing a black and white comic book. It could be a stylistic choice, but for all of them to be like that, it's just a little bit odd. Oh, now we have teleporters. But not teleporters in, like, the traditional sense. To save ink. If people are still buying it and you're saving money, you know what? I think they found an amazing hack. Guys, we can put in like half the effort and still make just as much money. It's incredible. The manga is available free online, completely in color, which is nonsense. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense now, does it? That's making, like, none sense. Why would you make the more visually appealing and interesting version the free one? Also, you're missing an N on that manga. Oops. No, I don't care. Just thought I'd let you know. Oh, now that's a nice number right there. We're on exactly 555. There we go. Now we're thinking with portals. Please forgive the extremely awful reference I just made. When I was at Walmart, they just had this gigantic box of My Hero Academia manga, and I was just like, all right, can't give other series this treatment unless it's super popular. Well, but see, that's not even a problem in particular for this case. That's just how it is for everything. You don't get anything unless you are super popular. Like Ghibli movies, tons of those. We'll get tons of those over here. If you're any other movie from Japan, other than like Godzilla, you'll get like nothing. So yeah, if you're a manga series, an anime, you have a high likelihood of making your way over to the States. If you're a regular movie, yeah, don't count on it. And even in the case of those first two that most likely will make it their way over here, your odds of getting tons of support are not amazing. Oh, wait, here we go. Put that down. There you go. See, that's the problem with puzzle games, is you'll get so caught up on just one possible solution that you will just keep trying to do that, even though it is futile and a fool's errand. Oh, the sticky blocks are coming up soon. It's the same as, there we go. Now we're really in style. Still struggles to see the appeal of anime. Shouldn't now, but still. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be picky about the entertainment you consume. But yeah, overall, I don't understand the mass appeal of it. Like, you can enjoy sitcoms as a genre of a TV show, but I don't quite understand the people where that's literally all they'll watch. Like, in that way, you can struggle with the appeal of something, or to understand why so many just enjoy that. You could say the same for something like Marvel movies. I struggle to see the appeal of being required to watch 10 different shows, 15 movies, and then a miniseries that will no longer be canon. Like, we could just as easily say, what's the appeal of that? Oh, yeah. So many, you just need to know what... Oh. Sorry, I just got a very interesting message. The real problem with all of the Marvel stuff right now is just how much they want you to watch all of it. I just got a very interesting text message. Gomer Pyle is on tonight. It's a show I have not seen in such a long time at this point. You ever seen something where it's just like the spin-off is somehow better than the original? Yeah, but seriously, Marvel has just like kept it way too... Like, there's way too much you have to do to catch up on everything. And then there's some shows where there's 1,000 episodes, and how are you going to catch up on that? I'm not saying that about Marvel specifically, I'm just using that as an example. Like, I know there's a couple anime shows. Learned something about the guy who played him? Gomer Pyle, really? I forget, I can't remember his name. I should know his name. I'm just blanking on it at the moment for some reason. I feel like a fraud right now. I can't remember the guy's name. But seriously, that is like one of those shows where somehow the spin-off is just better than the original. Don't even bother watching the Andy Griffith Show. Nobody should watch the Andy Griffith Show. Unless you're just in it to, like, learn about TV history. It was just a weird scandal that you think was fake or something? Well, I certainly hope it was. I hope we're talking about the same person here. I have technology. Why don't I just look it up? Jim Neighbors, that's it. Don't know why I was blanking on it so much. with a unique name like Jim Neighbors, I feel like I should have remembered him. Ooh, a nice even 600. It's a nice number to see. Well, I think we're almost at the end of the full game right now. See, these games are like super short. Oh, yep. We're at the sticky patches. The sticky patches are one of the more interesting mechanics they introduce here. They're like the claws, where you need to use a box to get off of them where you want, but you're in control of yourself the entire time. And with that, we are almost done. Just a couple more levels to go. Now we have sticky patches with buttons on them. It was nice of them to put like the more difficult part of the puzzle there after you've already collected the crowns. It's very generous. It's a doozy. Oh, man. Please tell me it's not going to make me hate him. Is it fake? I feel like I need to know if it's actually fake. Oh, so it was one of the. It was literally just, let's say random crap because we can. My favorite kind of news. Totally doesn't happen today. We can just say whatever we want. Alright, now the interesting thing here is that I can literally just grab the crown immediately. I think they realized the problem with how the system worked. You could just grab whatever crown you want. You can grab the crowns whenever you want and then have no issues. Like, see that? I just went up there, grabbed the crown, and then I had to not worry about conserving boxes anymore at that point. I totally understand why they made that change. It's honestly shocking that they bothered animating that for the cutscene. So as you can see, the story is Quibi here had to sacrifice himself. You thought the game was over? No, it's just getting started. Yeah, rip Quibi. We rebuke this costume. Rip Quibi. I think we'll do the mystery of the puzzle blocks, and then we'll call it here for the day. The idea behind these puzzle blocks is really interesting because you have to worry about your positioning in relation to everything else. I don't think you die if you stand in the lasers, though. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, you do die if you stand in the lasers. How silly of me. Yes, grab the holy water. Wait, we don't have holy water. I'm Christian, not Catholic. There we go. Now we can place that and get it all in one go. I'm Christian, not Catholic. I can't get holy water. Yeah, that's the one downside. We don't get some of the amenities. And the commodities. Darn, TV lied. No, TV didn't lie. It just misrepresented a bit. Oh, this is going to be satisfactory. Typically when it shows someone with holy water, they're typically like a member of the Catholic Church or a priest. Now, we could probably make our own holy water, but probably wouldn't be considered real. All right, now that's satisfying. Well, maybe, that's a question I'll need to have. I'm going to need to ask at some point. Can we just make our own holy water? Made from the blood, sweat, and tears. Cries you a sweater of tears. And you kill him. We could all use a little bit more wisdom. Really? This is what you do with your time? Wait. Yeah, that's about 90% of everything, isn't it? Just random inside jokes between everyone involved. Yeah, not more important than everyone else. That is true. We are not more important than anyone else. Everyone is just as important as everybody else here. Doesn't matter if there's only two of us currently. We still have regular viewers. They're just not all here tonight. And there's nothing wrong with that. Would be oh, that's great. Would be rather rude of me to just expect everybody to always be here. You know, honestly, I've never understood why all of the jokes about people not liking broccoli. Well, that's great. It just made it impossible for me to grab that crown. Well, that's nice. Oh wait, never mind. I can still grab it. Because I'm smart. M. Night Shyamalan who? Because that was an incredible twist. Yeah, seriously, broccoli, I don't get what's wrong with it. Why has it always been portrayed as being disgusting in media forever, even to this day? Oh, they add enemies in the next level. Everybody's important. Don't worry, everyone. You're still important. All right, we're gonna call it quits for today here. We might do this again. We might not. Maybe I'll just go back to it in my spare time so that I can get that video that I want to make done. All right. Have fun, everybody. I had to let the song finish there. Just felt right to end it at that note. Yeah, maybe I'll do it again. Maybe I won't. Depends. It all depends. I had fun doing it. Might intermittently do this and the Nuzlocke again. All right. Goodbye. Good night.